Alright everybody, the Beard here again on hard mode. I will resume this game. This is the very first puzzle after the tutorial. We are presented with 3 locks in this ordinate box. So, I've already done this one, I've already completed it, so I'm just going to kind of go through it and kind of talk a little bit how I was able to solve it. So one of the things I always do is I always spin this thing and I look for what's not like the others. One thing I noticed actually right away was this thing down here. Alright, so once I was able to notice that, I was able to actually turn this. Get a piece of paper, or cotton, or whatever it is. Another thing I usually do is I take a look at the box. So I know that this is a riddle here. And there's something here. So you can press it and grab this book. You get this little whatchamacallit here. And I believe there was another one there. And I do believe there's a third one somewhere. Oh, up here. So, here's what we can do. And this is pretty much what I did. Is you get the I call it the bullseye. Okay, you get the kind of like the king's crown. You got the king's squirrely crown. So then from here, get bullseye. Squirrely crown. King's crown, right? Just to double check. Nope, king's crown is bottom right. And then from here, I just tried each one. It's really, you know what I mean? So, grab that key there. That key is used for a puzzle that's over here, I believe. From here, this is, you know, kind of put together the stuff, so you know that there's a 5 here. Oops, I always do that. So I'm going to set this to 5. And it's kind of like whatever number you think you can make. So you can see there's a 2. Oh, there's a 7. And then similar to the other one, as I just, without even really hesitating, I just kind of, you just try every one until you get it. So one cool thing is this brings a whole entire different new puzzle here. We get our first note. Let you pause if you want to read it. And from there we go on to this stuff. So one thing here is you can actually click it. It smells of burning. See the spike, you can spark it, I mean. So you put the little piece of cotton in there. Turn that shit on. So obviously this comes out. You can raise it. And we go over. So it's lighting that up. So then I was really kind of trying to figure out what the fuck was going on. And I noticed this over here. So it wants a little key for there. From here, the thing you can do is check out this book. I believe these discs all slide. Yeah. There you go. Here we get the key. I'll let you read this. Give you a second to pause. And we're off. Now, keep in mind, I wasn't doing any of this fast. I just know already since I've already done this. I'm on, I think, the 4th level, and I'll have something for that when we get there. I'll be just as surprised as you guys, I should say. Alright, so this next part, let's see if I can figure out this next part here. Oh, here. So I noticed this thing was similar to like the other one. The only thing I couldn't figure out at first was what the fuck is this even about? Until finally I actually clicked it. So it's actually a miniature telescope. Now every time I get something, and I did do this for the key, is I take a look at it and I see if there's anything to manipulate with it. With the telescope, I noticed that you're able to actually turn it. And then you get like an actual extended one. The reason being is because I figured it probably went here. Makes sense, right? So now we can take a look. Oh. So it gives you kind of a little bit of a hint, which I wish it kind of did, even though they're off. And then this opens up. Now, one thing I first started doing when I first went through this was I was lining this shit up. And it makes sense to be somewhere along here. And I was like, what the fuck? And I tried redoing these rings. I was like, well, this one's a little bit thicker, right? So then, like, maybe this thicker one goes here. And it looks like it goes really, really well. And I was like, everything looks perfect. Then I forgot that you should probably turn this shit on. And then you'll notice you're actually making a, kind of like, what you would call it, a little goat demon thingy. So we got the L piece. As you can see here, we got this. So the puzzle was trial. None of this stuff, if you really think about it, is terribly complicated. But at the same time, when you're starting off fresh, it is kind of hard. I mean, to some extent, it's very, very abstract thinking, if you ask me, in my personal opinion. So, take a look. I think up here. Slide this bad boy open. This puzzle was really, really weird. I don't really know. I don't really have a good answer for you as to what the fuck to do with this thing. Other than just kind of keep moving around until you get all the balls. See, I don't think you can. And then it pretty much does that. So this was kind of weird too. It didn't let me click anything, so the first thing I thought of was to do this shit. It's kind of like put the piece together, which is that symbol will come up a lot. So you put that symbol together, and it's a keyhole. So that we can get another key. A small cabinet key. So this isn't a small cabinet key. This is the first one I thought about. Boom. And use another fucking key. Really cool. This here. There's a dial, but there's something missing. Oh yeah, the start piece is up here. Give you a second to pause. Alright, and we're off. So we got these knights here. He's got like a battle axe in his hand. We got this dial here. We got a mace. We got this brass ring. Sword. And then I noticed that this dude has nothing. You can also see that there's something on this dude's back. So I knew that at some point I'm going to be doing something to him. We're going to take a look at this. And I'll show you. It looks like a safe dial, right? Oh, what are we working on? Oh, a fucking safe. Alright, so we're going to come over here. Place this on. Now, I noticed the dots, so I went to 1. I clicked, and I went to 2. So I went to 3. I went to 4, and then resets. So 1, 2, 3, and I kept trying. I was like, okay, how about 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4. Just tried alternating. Alright, now this was here. I actually, before I even got to here, while I was doing this, during my time, if you will, I noticed this shit here. So, One dial is at 2, the other dial is at 5. The hash is to the left, the hash is to the right. So 2 and 5. There's not, if you really think about it, there's not terribly many, you could try many, whatchamacallit, different combinations. It's kind of limited, right? But I really just didn't want to do that, and I really wanted to actually try to, you know, have the answer before I tried it. Now, one thing this game will do is if you try to put a key that moves like that into a hole, it gives you this kind of little setup. So it kind of helps you out a little bit with that, and then you can kind of just line it up from here. Let's see, that will be for that, and that will be for that. Everything looks good. And then you can re-put it in. Open that shit. Okay. Just rehashing as to what the hell I'm doing. Good question. No. Oh, there it is. So one more lock to go. Gives me this big grand old puzzle thing. Okay, so one of the first things I do, get out. Nothing really obscure here, right? Down over here. It actually took me a while to figure out that this does that. But this dial here, I didn't really figure out this dial shit until... Oh, that's not even open yet. Alright, I'll get back to the dials in a little bit. So, obviously a crank. Oh, look. I know it's a slider. I'm like, oh, look. Oh, look, hey, it's doing something, right? So, I mean, that's not too hard. There it is. This dial shit here. So this one actually took me a little while. It wasn't, you know, I was coming here doing shit and I'm like, what the hell? But I noticed the symbol here, you know, and I noticed the symbol here. So I was kind of like, oh. I remember this is the top right corner, right? Highlighted's the bottom right. So that gap needs to be like this. And you can see we're on our way to getting this box to open. So now it's an adventure of finding all the fucking dials. Which might even take me a second to remember. Okay, so square. Let's see where the square is. Square is the bottom left. So this needs to be turned like so. I get that one, that one. Alright, and then... Oh, there's one right. Is that the hint? Oh, that's the hint. Okay, I'm not even gonna click it though. You can see there. I just need to find that last one. Oh, this is right here. Shit. This one's kind of sucked because you actually have to, you know, go like do it like that. And we have everything open. Huge cog and a rubber band. Alright, so we'll come down here. Screwdriver. I remember this plate. So it is fun because you're able to, you know, like you're doing all the work of this, you know. It isn't solving too much for you. Like I'm doing it. What's really funny, if you believe it or not, I actually got that in the first try. When I was going through this first time. I just like, just hit it. I didn't even know what the fuck I was doing. I just clicked the button, you know. Alright, so we got this key here. And it's got all these movable fucking things. Okay, so everything fucking moves. And then if you recall, we got... Where'd it go? thought it was... Shit, now I don't know. Huh. I thought there was a key... somewhere. Yeah, I remember what it looks like. I just don't see it. Shit. Now we may be a little bit stuck here. Oh, shut the hell up, hints. I don't want any of your hints. Yeah. Well, now we're kind of actually back in the zone of trying to figure this shit out. So, we're gonna take a look down here first. That. This is the turn. It just turns that. These don't even move anymore. Wow. I am back at like square fucking one. I already dealt with this, right? So I mean, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it doesn't open that. I know what that keyhole looks like. I'm just not seeing it. Shit, everybody. Oh, here it is. Duh. Yeah. Alright. So place that in there and it's the wrong shape, of course it is. You just kind of do it just so you can see what the hell it wants. Not too bad. Get you another cog. Now this cog is a series of some cog action. So we're going to place this in here. Yeah. It says basically, it tells you that you think you can retrieve it later. So you get another cog. What would you do with another cog? Oh, you may have this cog system. Damn it. So we're going to grab this cog. This one here. Now, one thing I tried here was I was doing a couple things, and I was like, man, what the fuck? I was like, come on. I was like, man, what the fuck? But then I was like, yeah, we have this rubber band. So that gets that turning. Next, push that button, get that turning. Let's get this tube. So, again, inspect everything. I just was playing around with it, and it's actually a key. Like, okay, I didn't think that would even be a key. But there's also this paper. An old photograph. Revelation 605. That house. So, we got the small key. Is it here? No. Here? That's not even a keyhole, is it? No. Oh, keyhole was here. So I didn't even know that this moves at first. I was just playing with this, but then I was like, oh, hey, look, this background looks familiar. Boom. Oh, hey, look, here's our puzzle. So you got this little bit of drawing here, and of course we're going to be making that symbol again. So here's that part of it. This one actually took me a little while too, because it's really kind of hard. If you ask me, it's not as easy as some of the other ones. But it's doable. Get the shield. Shield makes me think of a knight. It makes me think of the one that has got nothing in his hand. Jewel. Alright, so come down here. Now at this point, I didn't know what the fuck to do with this, but I figured, you know, as you're going through it, you kind of know what you've completed, where you're at, so I figured this would probably be for in here. So this, now this turns here. If you look at this, and as you turn it, you see you got like minute hands. So I thought about the Revelation 605. Voila. Final lock. Now this just got that much more interesting. And I'll catch you all in the next chapter. Thanks for stopping by.